I am on my way to the Delaware County Fairgrounds. My first start of 2025 there will be on Diosa della Danza. And I'm excited. I love racing in Delaware. It's a great place to race. And, you know, if that filly negotiates a track well, I think she's probably sitting on a pretty decent mile tonight. And then I have to scoot back to Northfield, where I'm going to miss my first two drives. Just because, well, I'll put it to you this way. It says my race is going off at 5:30. Race 19. Now that's in 10 races from right now. Race 9 just post-paraded. It's 4 o'clock. So they're dragging them out pretty good, like they do every year. So I'm hopeful the judges will have a sympathetic ear when I call them for my driver changes early. I will be there for Grand Slam Dio, and I will be there for obviously for Winter Soldier also. So let's talk about the 2-year-olds. Now, this is kind of an important video because it's going to outline where they're at, when they're coming back. Some of them are already on their way back. Some of them their return is imminent. I know that Royal Flush Dio and AC/DC would already be back in now. They're out at Carla's place, and Carla is ready to start back here soon. So I believe they're going to come back in the first of the week. When they come in, their Coggins tests will be drawn. So when you ship horses, you have to get a Coggins test and then a health certificate. When those are completed, which they can be completed fairly quickly, when those are completed, both of those horses will be heading to Ontario. We're just trying to make some room for the babies that will be coming in. We have a number of race horses going there and some that are coming back. I told you about JK Victory and about Greatest Ending, both of them will be coming back. None of that is here nor there. We're going to talk about the 2-year-olds right now. AC/DC, I'll start with him. We just talked about him. He is going to get his Coggins drawn and then off to Ontario, train down a little bigger track. We will have Flamborough in London for the winter, Mohawk if he's good enough, and if we don't like what we see or we think there's a better spot for him back over here, then I won't hesitate to bring him over here, race him at the Meadows or at Miami Valley or Northfield for that matter, wherever he fits the best. But for now, he'll be heading to Ontario. Aunt Sarah will get a little more time off. I want to give her quite a bit of time to fill out. I know if you were to really push the question to me, you know, what is wrong with this filly? I'd say her knees bother her. I think one stifle bothers her. Some secondary things, just a lot of baby colt sore stuff. But I think she'll come back fine. There was no lameness issues with Aunt Sarah. Just a lot of little things that kind of compounded and really were the reason that we had to shut her down. So just give her a little time to grow up and fill out. Blue Rare will race in the grassroots again. Her next time we had to leave her out for Tuesday, which isn't the end of the world. I want to have her sharp and fine for the last 2 stakes of the year, which we will. I guess the good news is she's finishing the year with 1 or 2 wins. Comes back in a pretty decent spot also. Listen, I hope she ends the year with 4 wins. But for right now, she's got 1 or 2, I think. And that gives her an opportunity to start back in a really good spot. Capistrano Knights like Aunt Sarah, I just want to give them lots of time. Both horses exhibited talent. Obviously, Capistrano Knights only with that win in that qualifier in 58 just a month ago. And then Aunt Sarah had some races under her belt. So a little different situation, but same result and same time frame for both of these fillies. Cherry's Girl is going to race in Delaware on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not sure which one. Thursday, I guess. In Delaware, Ohio, in the Standardbred. I'm excited about that. Degas was a winner in 56-3 her last start, which put her in a good spot, but got her out of the non-winners 2 or non-winners 1, Kentucky 2, a little earlier than I thought we would. Now we're stuck with, well, we don't want to just race her before Corbin, so probably give her a week or 2 off, bring her back, start her in the non-winners 2, Kentucky 3, which should lead up to the end of Lexington into Corbin. Diosa della Danza, as I said, racing today in Delaware. Don't ask again, she's done for the season. Finished off the season with the best race of her entire year, both optically and math-wise. 56 and a piece, 28 or 29 in the end of it, but looked good doing it. Dune is done for the season. She is She's in Delaware today, actually. We're going to ship her back to Northfield Park, where she'll go out to the field and get the rest of the fall off. Emerald Thomas racing, I believe, Tuesday in Delaware. Do the outside, but should be fine. Head to Know is coming back in, and we'll draw the Coggins on Head to Know also. And where is Head to Know? He didn't come back in with the other crew. Head to Know will come back in and get his Coggins drawn, and then off to Ontario. Hangar 1 told everybody, we'll qualify him next Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. They don't have qualifiers in the Meadows next Tuesday. So Andy is going to get another week to train him up. It's almost getting to a point where it's, do we need to race him? But I wanted to get a couple of races into this horse, so I think we will race him, qualify him and race him. I guess that will depend. If he qualifies well, we'll race him. If he qualifies so-so, out to the field. It was nice to see, I wish I had a lot more to sink my teeth into here, but it was nice to see him trot that last corner at 26-4, his first start in Kentucky. I'd like to have a little more to build on than that for 2026, but we'll see. Again, that qualifier, that impending qualifier is going to be a big benchmark for him. Where do we go after the qualifier? And where we go after the qualifier for 2025 will be completely dependent on how he qualifies when we do. Highest Honors will race down here this week, and then he might have another race or two maybe, and then we'll kick him to the field also. In New York is back now. He's going to be going over to Ontario to start training again as soon as we get his Coggins back and ready to go. Jailbird Jog racing today for $400,000. The final in Kentucky is today. She still has the two other Grand Circuit stake races in Lexington and the Breeders' Crown coming up. So at least another 5 starts for her today. Now I don't know the filly side of it, but the two major stake races in Lexington after this, the Grand Circuit races, the Breeders' Crown elimination, and then hopefully the Breeders' Crown final. So 5 races left in her docket counting today. JK Maga will hopefully race one. I think we got him squared away. Hopefully just race him the once more and then off to Ontario. I still believe there's a nice Ontario colt in there. We'll race him 3 or 4 times, castrate him and shut him down for the season. Now, if we go and race him his next start and he's flat, then he won't be going north of the border. We may just race him a couple more times in Ohio and then shut him down here, castrate him and turn him out. That will be the plan for JK Mega. Jolene Hall races here on Monday, picked to win or picked for second, but in a good spot in Delaware. Judy's Money drew the outside, but is still picked to win. Now, I haven't seen the class, but if you're 2-1 from post 8 on a half-mile track, you have to be in where you can do some damage. So I'm hopeful with her. Will she be a little short, maybe? She might very well be. I don't know. But she's still coming in razor sharp and feeling good. I felt that we put the appropriate amount of work into her. She'll let us know if I'm correct or incorrect next week. Leland Hanover will be out. I want to give him lots of time. He's another one of those horses. Although we put him away fresh and we put him away sound, I do want to give him lots of time to fill out and grow up. Lifting Legend, second the other day. If you would have asked me 3 or 4 years ago, can you have this horse that's trotting okay? What's he really going to be? We had that good little... Every time I'm thinking of his name, I have his name all day, and then I go to say his name, and I draw a blank. A cute little red horse there that did really, really good for us, the Resolve Colt. So absolutely you can do well in the prospect and mature into a good trotter. The horse has done well all year. There's nothing stopping him from being a better horse. So I suspect he'll be just fine after 2025 into 2026. Love Sensation. Coggins are drawn. Papers are getting worked on, and then we'll pick her up in Kentucky where she's been turned out. She'll be going to Ontario also to train back. Megan's Lucky Day, gonna give her a little more time maybe, and we'll bring her in. She needs a good 8 weeks, and then we'll bring her in. Millie Girl, same thing with her, another full 8 weeks for her. My name's Wayne. She just had her OCDs removed, no issues there. We did a couple of procedures in August, both were flawless. Dr. Brown did a great job. We will have another week in the stall, and then out to a small paddock for Wayne, and then into a big paddock, and then she'll get her full time for the winter. Neuromancer's back in now, or should be back in. His return should be imminent, and then I don't think he's going to train down in Ontario. I'm probably going to bring him back over here. But for now, he can get a little bit of light work in Ontario. Perfect Thought has been incredible. Second in 49-3 last night at Mohawk. You can't ask for much more than that. What a sweetheart of a filly. She has certainly been a very, very good filly for us, and it looks like that will continue. Pretty Eyes and Lies will come back in soon. I'll look at her date when she went out, but I would suspect soon she'll come back in. Rico Tubbs races down here in the Standardbred. As far as the last stake on his docket, we'll see how he races next week. If he's so-so, probably just kick him out. If he's relatively good, then we'll likely race him, but we'll let him tell us next week in Delaware. Rose Run Bobby, plenty of time for her, so we'll bring her back in whenever. Royal Duchess, I truly apologize to my partners out there. I meant to make a video the other day about Royal Duchess. I trained her in 2.5, last quarter in 29 apiece, but she was just hanging on the right line. Clearly her knees are bugging her a little bit again, and I really did want to go to Delaware with her and race her in the fair race, and I said to myself, well, she's hanging on a line today. You know she's going to be on a line in Delaware. She's not going to put in a good performance. You want that to be her only pari-mutuel race of 2025? I really felt that we could get her there. I really felt that we would be able to race her in Jug Week, and I really did want to race her in Jug Week, but it didn't make any sense. So we blistered her knees and hocks and stifles, just put a little scurf on them, give her a week alone, and then out to the field with her. That's what we did with Royal Duchess. And again, none of that matters. The communication as far as why she wasn't in and when you received it, which would be a lot of you today, that just not up to snuff, and I apologize for that. Royal Flush Dio is in now. He'll be heading over, or is coming back in. He'll be heading over to Ontario also. Simply Chaotic, again, he'll get a little more time, and then I think he went out into July, which would be end of August, into September. He won't come back until the first part of October. Solidarity, same thing. Sometime in October, we'll bring him and Steady Volo back in. Sterling Hanover is out now. He'll probably stay out for a little bit. Michael Gilbert, that is, call it back. He'll get a full 2 months in the field minimum. So let's say we turn him out 1st of September, October. He'll come back in around first part of December. We'll bring Sterling Hanover back in. Uncle Danny picked a win here on Wednesday. He's got a couple more races left, man. He's been a nice horse for us. Just how deep that division has been. Uncle Danny really hasn't slid much. And from his first race this year, I really thought he was going to be one of the better Sire State colts, both him and Supermind. And as it turned out, they've been relegated to the Buckeye, but both have done pretty well. And I think both will do well this week in Delaware. Woodmere Bullet, a winner last night in Charlottetown at the Charlottetown Driving Park. Raced good, his second win of the year, 58 apiece. Again, kind of a big sloppy colt, just waiting for him to mature into his 3-year-old body, and then we'll see what we have. Smitty will likely put him away in the next week or so, and then that will be it for him for the season. And then Xena Kemp. She is racing on Monday. I have every intention of racing. Somebody said, well, she hasn't had a great summer. Why don't we just kick her out? No, she's going to Corbin. I mean, the whole thing with Xena Kemp is, I know people saw that she looked good. She tried a 56, but she has to grow up and mature and put that together. And the easiest way and the best way to do that is experience. There's no reason why she can't. She was sick her last start and was just getting over it now, but there's no reason that she can't get over it. There's no reason that she can't get experience. There's nothing stopping her from racing. And the idea that she shouldn't race just because is just, I'm just not buying into that. I think she could use the time to have a little more experience, and that's exactly what we are going to do with Xena Kemp. So those are your 2-year-olds. I'll be back with your 3-year-olds in a minute, and then your race horses. But for right now, you're all caught up with your 2-year-olds.